So here we go with round 6. The competition is definitely very exciting. Let's real quick take a moment to tell you guys the standings. Current standings is the following. Gergő Tóth is leading with 5 points. He won all of his games so far. On the second place currently Miroslav Háša from Czech Republic. Jakub Horák from Czech Republic occupies the third place currently. They both have 4 points, and there are 3 more players with 4 points. Virág Bekő and Zoltán Sonkoly from Hungary, as well as Petr Žižka, currently on the 6th place, who is from the Czech Republic. This round we have again very exciting pairings. On the first board, Gergő Tóth is opening to Zoltán Sonkoly, so a Hungarian derby. On the second board, Virág Bekő is opening to Miroslav Háša, and on the third board, Petr Žižka is opening to Jakub Horák. So this round is once more very important for the players, and apparently we can already see the opening by Virág Bekő on the board against Miroslav Háša. I know this opening because I taught Virág how to play it. I gave her this opening for this competition, and I'm not gonna show now how to play it, but I mean, the reason why I'm not gonna show how to play it is because Gragi will almost definitely use a swap 2, and hence there is no need of analyzing the theory of the opening, but it's a really strong opening, a really nice one. The opening is created by Nguyen Kong Min, a young, talented Vietnamese player, and in this very moment, Gergő Tóth also played an opening that was created by Jakub Horák, and now Zoltán Sonkoly has the beautiful task of solving it, or at least trying to balance it, which is not easy at all. It's one of the complicated openings that is really hard to swap to, and an unbalanced swap to can be easily taken advantage of. So Zoltán Sonkoly definitely has to think this through now, as well as Miroslav Háša. So until the players are thinking, maybe let's see some more of the standings, because there are special prizes for the best female player and the best under 18 player as well. And at this very moment, it seems like obviously the best female player is Virág Bekő from Hungary, and the best under 18 player is currently Bence Andicskú from Hungary, who is a beginner. This is his first live tournament, and he has collected 3 points so far out of 5 games. But Janka Balázsi has also 3 points, and Kieran Lucey also has 3 points, and there are 3 rounds remaining, so a lot could happen, and probably a lot will happen. This is definitely an exciting competition. I'm really looking forward to these games now. I hope some really nice swap-twos are gonna be played, and some nice creative solutions will be found, and we can enjoy 2 beautiful games on the stream in the 6th round. it appears Zoltán Sonkoly already has an idea of a swap 2, which he puts on the board. That was a quick decision by him. It's not looking terrible. I think it definitely gives chances for both colors. I would need to think a bit more thoroughly how to use this one with white, what could be the initial moves. It looks quite balanced to me, but at the same time rather hard to play. I feel like this move could be played first as white. After this, it could be hard but manageable with black. It will be definitely harder to play this with black, but let's see what Gergő decides to move here. Or even first, which color he wants to choose. Still, I feel like this is rather balanced. On the second board, we still only have the opening. Overall, it seems like Zoltán Sonkoly came up with a really good solution in such a short time to balance out this opening. And even if it's still very hard to play this one without making a mistake, I believe this is already a nice start to play a good game. Now Miroslav Háša decided on his swap 2 as well, which he placed on the board, and now Virág has to carefully evaluate this one and decide on the continuation. This swap 2 probably aims at making it easier to play this game, because Greggy kind of played in a way that the next moves are rather limited. Also, probably it was not a bad attempt at balancing out the position. So, obviously, there are two possible white moves next, this one and this one, from which obviously I would prefer this one, because these moves can still not be used, which means it's white advantage. Even just a beautiful move like this, look at that. This is so nice. There is no possibility of a black attack because of the VC of threat. Virag really needs to find that move if she wants to launch a quick attack. And this move could rather be a bit of black advantage because of that stone there. So given that, this move needs to be played probably. Not a lot of options here. Has Gergő chosen color? Yes, it seems he picked black. Gergő did pick black. Okay. And Zoltán Sonkoly was quick with his move. He decided with a rather passive approach here. The direct block here. I feel like black can take advantage of this. Maybe with a move like this. It's looking really nice. Multiple links possible. But let's see what Gergő comes up with. I feel like definitely some indirect approach should be used. This can also be used, but I don't really like the way this goes for black. And because of that, I would prefer this one for sure. And Virag decides to be black. Nice tasks at hand for both players. So basically, if they are going to play something like this, if you ignore that far black stone and play the central opening with shifted colors, I don't know how that will go. I'm not sure how much either of them knows of those openings. I mean, that opening. It's called the Russian Martin Musica, the world champion of 2019, really likes this opening, meaning this one. Just of course here the stones are exchanged because originally um, this line will be the black one. But Greggy was quick to play this move. Now white has to play here, and it's a bit of theory playing from there. I don't really know it much, so let's see how much Virag knows it because she's the one that has to solve it this time. And here Gergő is launching an attack already. Some direct aggression from there. It could be working easily. I feel like this white stone is not really good. This should have been here. Even if the swap 2 was balanced, now the position rather seems in favor of black. Probably there's not a lot white can do, like even after a move like this comes and it's very hard to defend from here. Multiple threats for black that need to be taken care of. It will be hard. And this move has been played, so I'm expecting this to be played real quick by Gergő. Already happened. So I'm not too sure how white is going to save this game. On the other hand, it seems like Virág chose black before having some plans for the continuation. She is playing a passive line. Possibly that's not a very bad tax, but this can easily backfire. Like, where are you planning on defending here? There will be multiple options for white to attack, because black is limited. Black's chances are only if it can survive this initial phase somehow, and white makes a mistake that can be taken advantage of later using this stone. That is the only chance I see now. Almost sure that this continuation is going to be played, because this is the only possibility. It's very strong for white. This is black's only chance, and I don't really like how this looks for black. But this is black's only chance probably. It seems Virág chose a different move, and this one enables white to go here, after which it's way too open and easy to win, in my opinion. It might happen that the game is already over, at least theoretically. Mistakes can happen anytime, of course. Miroslav is probably planning his next move. He surely will go offensive there. I can't see any other move being played than the one I have shown previously. He is reaching for the stone and is playing that move, so white's chances are huge, and black is in a lot of trouble. Not a lot can be done with black there. On the first board, Zoltán Sonkoly is still thinking on his next move. He is also in trouble. It's a very hard position to be defended with white. So many ways black can start an attack and even finish it. It's not easy at all. So Zoltán Sonkoly made his decision. Let's see how Gergő Tóth can answer it. He has a lot of options to choose from. Black is really powerful here. I feel like most likely this move will be played or this one. Maybe this can be also considered, but I feel like this one or this one will be played for. This is good because this threat cannot be taken care of because of this move. You can see the threat here and here. And this move would probably need to be played, yeah, this one, to stop this threat. And then black just launches an attack and wins on this area. It's way too powerful now. And here it seems Virag also made a decision to play here. I'm not really sure what she is expecting after a move like this, or rather a combination of this. It seems like the Czech player will not make a mistake here. It's unstoppably going to be a white win, which further increases the chances of Miroslav Háša for the podium and in parallel decreases the chances of the young Hungarian female player. But Greg is spending some time, so maybe he is not so sure of that, even if it's a very clear attack. Oh, he makes this move instantly, equally winning. He did not want to play the 3. There is just no defense here. It seems like Gergő Tóth made his decision. The position looks terrible for white, so probably that game is going to end also quickly, which means Gergő will have 6 points after 6 rounds. And the result of the second board means, I mean, it's not over yet, but on the board it's actually over. Black has no chance of surviving there, which means Miroslav Háša is going to have 5 points, whilst Virág and Zoltán will have only 4 points, which is still, of course, good for the podium, but there is also the match between Petr Žižka and Jakub Horák, so one of them is going to have 5 points most probably. And that way they will have some advantage over the other ones in the race of the podium. Zoltán is trying to find some defense there, but there's not a lot he can work with. Possibly on the next move he could try maybe this one, but it's also looking really strong for black. But maybe this is the best he can do at the moment. Okay, so an alternative solution. Maybe because of that 4 that can be used, it's not that bad, and maybe the game is not yet over. Probably instead of this move, Gergő should have played here on c5 first. But now he has to think about this one and solve it. Because if he cannot find anything here, White will be able to make defensive movements and come back into the game. Meanwhile, Miroslav Háša is finishing the game against Virág, who has, of course, no defense there for a while after that suboptimal move in the beginning. She should have probably spent a little more time on the swap 2 before choosing color. I feel like she rushed there a little bit and this caused her the game. So Gergő decided to play this 3 to prevent White from using the 4 for a defensive solution. Zoltán is quickly defending the threat there. Right here, right now. What can be done with black to keep the advantage? There are a couple of ways I can imagine, but I feel like this can be blocked from the outside. So maybe Gergő will need to think about it a little more. But he does play this move. I feel like he is missing that this can be played from the outside because this threat can be blocked using the overline and then White is gaining advantage. Some positional advantage. But let's see where the block is coming now. It comes from the middle. It comes from the middle. That gives some more chances. I feel like that gives some more chances for black. Because this stone does not give a lot for white for offensive purposes. And now black can even play something like this and remain on the attack. Maybe that was a bit quick to block in the middle, but at the same time, the players are playing with 20 minutes time control. It's really not a lot. It does not allow deep analyzing of the position. So let's see how Gergő Tóth wants to continue his offensive lines here. He can once more choose from a nice variety of possible options. He has a lot of possible moves here. Let's see which one he picks. He also cannot waste a lot of time because he also doesn't have a lot. Actually, Gergő has a little less than 4.5 minutes, and Zoltán Sonkoly has a little less than 6 minutes on the clock, whilst Gergő's clock is running as he is on the move. Gergő Tóth is below 4 minutes when he makes his decision. He goes with a rather passive approach. It seems like he did not want to risk any special offensive moves there. It seems like he has the patience to wait and create some new lines with which he can create some new threats and win maybe in a different attack. Okay, it seems like I will need to restart OBS because it stopped identifying the virtual board. Nevertheless, let's comment until then. Anyways, both players are low on time. Gergő has 3 minutes 14 seconds. Zoltán Sonkoly has, as of the moment, 2 minutes 50 seconds, and he is on the move. He is thinking on his next move. Gergő Tóth is threatening, but it's defendable. Zoltán Sonkoly has every chance there to survive. Gergő is mercilessly pushing forwards, forcing his opponent to keep on defending. Let's see if this power play can work out for him. Will Zoltán Sonkoly break and make a mistake? Or will he stay resilient and perhaps save the game for a draw, or even launch a counterattack and win somehow? Anything can happen as both players are below 3 minutes. Gergő is now thinking hard on the continuation. Both players are around 2 minutes. Gergő decides to play a rather defensive move, which is at the same time providing some offensive options, opportunities for black. I believe that the next move that is going to come is going to be g9, or what's that, g10, next to the blackstone that was placed on the right side of it. It's very likely. Yes, exactly, Zoltán Sonkoly was quick to play it. The position looks quite okay-ish, I would say. Possibly what Gergő has to do now is play his 3 in the middle and then play another 3 to block some of Zoltán's chances. He can no longer ignore them. And it seems Gergő agrees with me. And he is trying to make defense there. The block has to come from below now. But it comes from above, that's surprising. Now, Gergő can probably attack. A little indirect attack. But also I don't see how it would actually end for him. I don't see a win. But yes, he is attacking, he is pushing. That's probably the right decision given the circumstances. Both players around a minute and 15 seconds. Gergő Tóth needs to consider carefully his next move. Will he push? Will he try to push even further? Or will he satisfy with a defensive approach and maybe try to defeat Zoltán in the endgame. Or maybe Gergő will be even fine with a draw. Definitely a very interesting position. I don't see any super good winning moves. I would probably defend, and so is Gergő. He decides to play a defensive move. It seems that Zoltán Sonkoly needs to block now. Gergő is on 37 seconds. Zoltán is at 55 when he makes this block. And now Gergő can push. This is his moment. But it's not easy at all. Several options could be considered. Some are better than the other. And it's definitely not super easy. Oh, and a mistake by Zoltán Sonkoly. I feel like Gergő can win now. This 3 he's going to play is really threatening. But he's not playing that. Okay, interesting. Maybe he did not see it. He kind of overlined himself, which is probably not the best. But okay, that perfectly works. He can further overline him if he tries to go for the 3x3. It looks like Zoltán Sonkoly is gaining advantage in the position after that move by Gergő Tóth. The 4 will surely be played now. There's the overline. That line just got zeroed. And Gergő has to defend here. Gergő Tóth is in trouble. He has 5 seconds. He needs to make a move. 5 seconds on Gergő's clock. Zoltán is on 25 seconds. He can definitely attack here. But he is rather defending. He does not want to take unnecessary risks. Let's see what Gergő can do here. Probably not a lot. There is a good likeliness of this game ending with a draw. Oh, but a blunder! A blunder in time trouble by Zoltán Sonkoly. He oversaw one move threat and is losing the game. What an ending! A crucial mistake in time trouble, allowing Gergő Tóth to collect his 6th point. Wow. Unfortunate, very unfortunate for Zoltán Sonkoly. He fought so well, so hard in this game. An unfortunate mistake by him in the end game in time trouble. But it's part of it. Okay guys, we will be shortly back with the 7th round.